Jennifer Lopez, get right. Francis Lawrence. Well, started out as Francis Lawrence anyway. Francis shot the bulk of the video. We started to edit in LA. Jen thought, I think the dance break can be better. I feel like we need a better dance break for inside the monitors. They asked Francis if he was available to do this pickup shoot. He was not. Diane Martel, another director at DNA at this time, would have to direct just that pickup shoot of just this dance performance on a simple background to put in the monitors. That got turned into the remix shoot with Fabulous. We go to the remix shoot with Fabulous, directed by Diane Martel. I guess now is as good a time as any to explain my relationship with Diane Martel. She is a very talented director, a very well-established director. Solid work, impressive. Ciara Promise is one of my favorite videos. She's a very good director, and she's a lovely person, she's a lovely friend. However, something happened in the edit bay with this woman. Also directing, also she can be psychotic directing. Psychotic is the word, I don't know what else to say. I can't even describe to you what happens specifically. She absolutely needs to be medicated. I am aware that she has been battling cancer, and I certainly hope she's okay, and I wish her well. I'm not trying to trash, this isn't like trash Diane Martel video. I'm just explaining my relationship with her and what I think about her. And it's based on a whole bunch of projects we did where she would just enrage me. The final project we edited together, I lasted maybe 17 minutes before I slammed my fists into the keyboard. That was Eve, Who's That Girl? Slammed my fists into the keyboard to break it on a Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve. I can't explain what happens. It's just enraging. It's really, really difficult to work with. And it was very difficult for me to work with. And I did, time and time again, and I was a good friend to her. I helped her get representation when no one else would take her. I introduced her to my friend Joanne and my friend Mike at Crossroads, and they signed her for a while, and it gave her a bridge to when she got signed by HSI. I was a good friend to Diane. I don't know how good of a friend she was in return to me. Back on this J-Lo reshoot, at this point, I just feel so confident and so sure and prepared to stand up for myself. I'm prepared to defend myself. I'm prepared to carve out what I need to do my job. I'm in charge now. We're shooting and it's going well and they're getting cool stuff, and it comes time to talk about the logistics and plan for the edit and where are we going to do that and what's that going to be about. I'm not editing this with Diane. Francis Lawrence started this. I accepted this job with Jennifer based on Francis directing it, and Francis has stepped away. Now he's not available anymore. And you've done this reshoot. Now you want to make Diane come in and direct me on the edit for the whole video, and I'm not allowing that. I'm just not allowing it. I'll quit. I quit. No. And Jennifer's, no. So Jennifer walks over to Diane and says, looks like AVIDDIVA and I will be editing this on our own. I was like, that's right. Power to fire directors. I wasn't going to do it if she was going to be involved. At that point in my career, I have the ability to do that. And I did it, and I was really, really happy I stood up for myself. I haven't talked about the stories with her on the videos with her. I don't want to go on and on about super crazy negative stuff. And like I said, she's been battling cancer, and so I don't want to be a dick. And I'm not that kind of a person. This isn't try to hurt people video series. I want to hold people accountable, and I'm going to talk about stuff in a very real way. But it's not about creating new wreckage or making people feel bad. She needed medication for a long time, and I certainly hope she got it. First on the Get Right edit, we go to Miami. She's with Marc Anthony at this time. On set, Marc Anthony at one point had put a coat over top of J-Lo's butt. They were trying to film her on the shelf. He put his winter coat over her butt, and they're like, we need you to take the coat off of her butt now because we're going to film. We're ready to shoot. And he's like, no, you don't need to shoot this part. And Jennifer's like, can everybody clear set for 5 minutes? And she had to explain to him, this crazy jealous, crazy possessive, crazy did not want them to shoot J-Lo's butt. And of course, it's like a huge part of the video, her butt, especially on that shelf. That was the vibe, that Marc Anthony was this very possessive person. We go to Miami. We edit there. Marc Anthony is there with us in the edit in Miami for a little bit. The guy where we're four-walling wanted pictures with Jen and Marc Anthony, and they took them separately with him. He wanted it together to hang on his wall of people he's worked with, but he wasn't working with them. I was four-walling at this guy's facility, and he took pictures with them. And I don't even have pictures with most of my clients. I think it's rude. They're there to work. They're not there to take pictures with me. I could have pictures with every single client I've ever had. It's rude, I think. It's just not my style. If someone takes one, the only pictures I have are because somebody else took it. I've never been, can I please have a picture? Not since Bjork, not since the first one. I did the first one and that was it. After Miami, we go to London on Get Right. We're still editing. We go to a facility. Someone leaks word that Jen is there, so the press is amassing outside. We don't know that. I don't know that. Jen knows it. Marc Anthony is there editing with Jen and myself as part of my deal with Jen to fly me all around the world. Love it. You must greet me. There must be 1 ounce of incredible indica weed waiting for me in an envelope at the concierge of my hotel, or I'm not getting on the plane. So that's my deal at this point. So I have my weed. So I'm gonna go take my weed break. I have weed in London. I'm so happy and I can relax and we're having a great time. The edit's going well. I stand up to go smoke my weed break. I'm like, hey, Jen, I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be right back. I've done this with Jen a million times. This is our 7th or 8th video together. You know what I mean? Like, Marc Anthony's like, you can't just walk out on my wife. You can't just say you're going. She very quickly jumps in because she realizes I'm about to be like, I'm the constant here. I watch men come and go. I'm the constant here. Who the fuck are you, Marc Anthony? You'll be gone. Give it a minute. I didn't get a chance to say any of that. Jen jumped in. She's like, AVIDDIVA, go. She's like, go. Go smoke. As I'm leaving, I hear her turn to Marc. If we let him go smoke, we get another 2 hours out of him. He was psycho and possessive and crazy, trying to tell me I couldn't go smoke. I don't know who the fuck you, Marc Anthony. You know what I mean? Like, my resume is obscene, and all of my clients are very aware that I take my weed breaks. All of them. Who the fuck are you, Marc Anthony? I don't give a fuck about a Marc Anthony. I don't at all. I didn't get it. At one point, I turned to Jen and I said, I don't get it, Marc Anthony. Like, what the fuck? She's like, say no more, girl. She's a size queen like me. I get it. I'm a size queen. I love a big dick. So does Jen. That's her vice. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't drink. She doesn't do drugs. Nothing. She has sex every day with a big dick. That's why she looks so gorgeous. We finished the day in London, somehow. Finished the edit. We're walking out. And she knows that the press has been alerted to her presence. I don't. And she turns to Marc Anthony and she says, let him go in front of us. So they let me go in front. I don't know why she's done that, but we opened the doors to go outside and there is 75 or 100 paparazzi photographers and the lights go off. It's what Jen walks out into. That's nuts. She's laughing. I'm like, oh, you got me. It's just, I quickly got out of the way. Somewhere there's a ton of pictures. There's like 100 paparazzi pictures of me with Marc and Jen outside of an edit facility in London. I would love to have one of those pictures. Christmas 2004. If you were a paparazzi in London shooting J-Lo in 2004, hook me up. Get Right was a really big video for me. I was nominated for a Moon Man for Best Editing, and I canceled myself out that year. My other video at the MTV VMAs that year was Janet Jackson, All Night Don't Stop, and I would have loved to have won my little Moon Man, but I didn't. I was double nominated. I always sort of feel like you're the winner if you're double nominated.